Here is another question that someone sent in, and I love this question. It says, question is it okay to bypass the literal meaning of the card if you are drawn to interpret the artwork in a different way sometimes? Absolutely, absolutely. Now for me, you're working with your intuition is very strong when you're reading your tarot cards. And we've got the books, we've got what it is in black and white, and I think that's a really good learning foundation, Some people don't have the books at all, they throw them away completely. For me, I like the books, that's how I learn. And then I started to use my intuition as time went on. I'm a typical Taurian, Capricorn ascendant. I'm very grounded, but I also like practical, methodical. I like to do things. So working with my intuition took a little bit longer. But when your intuition kicks in and there be maybe a symbol on the card that means something to you, but not necessarily that's in the book, 100% go with that. Now you could do a reading where you're looking at all what the card means and you're talking about the positions, you're talking about what the card means. But then your intuition is saying, oh, I'm also getting something else. And that way is what we call layering the reading. So once you've said what you said about the general basic vibe of the reading, you can then layer it with your own interpretation and your own impressions of things. And absolutely your intuition and even the spirit world may connect to you to give you those impressions that there is another layer to it. So 100% if you feel that the artwork jumps out at you, that a symbol jumps out of you. Sometimes I'll be working in the room and in my room here I've got lots of things, so I could be talking to someone and my eye, as I'm talking to them, I'm not even looking down at the cards. My eye might be drawn to the angel wing, it might be drawn to a chakra picture, it could be drawn to, I've got moons up in the ceiling, could be drawn anywhere. I've got particular words, I've got the 7 principles, it could be anywhere in my room. And if my eye is drawn to something, then I will pay massive attention to what I'm drawn to, and I will start to bring that in to the reading. Now sometimes you don't really know, especially at the beginning when you're working with your intuition, you might not trust it 100%, or you may think, I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm just getting it. So it's good just to say to your client, would you understand this? I don't know why at the moment, but I'm just being drawn to this. Does that make sense to you? The other week I did a reading for someone and I couldn't quite get it out in my head. I knew what I wanted to say, but I couldn't quite get the words out. And the only way I could interpret it to her with my feeling was I said to her, my children's nan lives in Spain and is called Nanny Spain, and my mum is called Nanny Toys because she always has lots of toys around the children. So that's how they different between the two nans. So I'm with this client and I said to her, the only way I can explain what I'm feeling here is that there's something to do with a nickname for a nan, there's something to do with nan being different. And I said, my mum, blah blah blah, I just explained what I said to you. And she said, the children's nan is called Nanny Spain as well, and we're off to Spain next week because she's not feeling too good. So I couldn't quite get that into words, and to say to someone, yeah, my Nanny Spain, don't know, my head must have got involved. But you have to give off what you get. So sometimes you will get impressions, sometimes you will get some random things, and it's down to the client to work out where that gets put. Don't worry about trying to make it fit somewhere. Don't worry about like interpreting it too much in your head. Once your head gets involved, give it off to your client. They're going to know what's going on there. So absolutely 100%, if you're drawn to the images, if you're drawn to anything else, if you have an impression, give it off. And the more you do that, the stronger your intuition is going to be, and then over time you're going to get more and more things accurate. At the beginning you may get a few random things pop in that don't make sense. Don't worry about that, don't address that, don't put too much energy into that. By getting things wrong, you can actually learn to get things right. The feeling becomes stronger when things become right later on. So 100%, not saying throw the books away, I'll never say throw the books away, but 100% use your intuition, use your eye, go with what you're drawn to.